All right. Today, I want to talk about this Dame Dash situation, right? I'm not even going to give you the backstory on Dame Dash. If you don't know who Damon Dash is, it's not even relevant who Dame Dash is. What he said was very relevant though, and it's created a huge debate, and I'm actually shocked. Like, for real, was shocked, like let down at some of the responses that I'm seeing, and especially from some of the people that I've seen making these responses. People that know me at a distance, or people that don't really know me, they've accused me of being pessimistic at times and cynical even. I'm none of that. I'm none of that at all. And I say this in support of that. I refuse to believe that the people that had this outcry toward Dame are as mentally conditioned or brainwashed as they appeared to be, right? I refuse to believe that, because the average person can't possibly be against what he's saying. They might be a little scared, but you can't be against what he's saying. And for the people who missed it, and the people who actually watched it but still missed it, I'm gonna try to put it in a nutshell for you. Dame Dash has no issue with you having a job. Now, why DJ Envy tried to kind of spin it that way and then went on after Dame left to continue to sell it that way, that's more media conditioning. That's poor journalism. Like that's not the point, and he know that's not the point. The point is this: everybody should want their own. Nobody should want to be a slave for nobody. And simply put, as long as somebody has their foot on your neck, telling you when to work and when not to work, this is a problem. I've seen the argument that people who are self-employed also have bosses. The people that they work for are their bosses. This is silly. This is coming from an emotional, irrational, short-sighted perspective. Like, dude, I'm gonna just share a little bit of me, right? I had one job when I was 16. Shortly after that, I was foolish enough to go into the military, right? The ultimate slavery, the ultimate slavery. I did that for a minute, came to a lot of realizations through a lot of experiences to determine that this was the ultimate slavery. So I got out of that situation, and thankfully God put it in me to not want to be a slave no more. You understand? Like ever. I'm not opposed to getting a job, but I've never had a job since I left the Air Force. I've always worked for myself. This is also what I encourage my daughter to do. Wow, this conversation is about to stray already. People that look like me, right? We can't afford to keep buying into the American dream. The American dream that doesn't involve us being successful on a real scale of success anyway. To say, hey Johnny, or hey little buddy, go to school, right? Go to school, and after you struggle through school, fighting what you might fight through school, dealing with what you might deal with in school, totally learning falsehoods, learning plenty of falsehoods, historical falsehoods, and fighting this system that everybody says is not against you, right? You make it through, you graduate. Then the next thing they tell you, okay, go to college, go to college. So you go through more of this system. Most people are either trying to get a loan or they're going in debt. A lot of which going in debt, right? Never mind grants, let's skip all the little silly stuff. So you get your degree after you work all hard. And at the end of the day, you're 20, I don't know, plus years old, right? I'm assuming you graduated 17, 18, 4 years later. We're just talking 4 years. We're not talking about these super degrees. The basic degree. And now, Johnny, well, now you can go stand in the line and hopefully we'll give you a job. Hopefully your name isn't, you know, Rashid, I don't know, Rashid, Tamika, or LaQuisha, or any name that sounds anything like a person that looks like me. Because if your name sounds like that, then we're not even gonna call you for the job application, for the job interview. And if we do call you, it's just checks and balances. We already have who we're gonna put in this job, right? So we're just playing games with you. So this American dream is ridiculous, and it keeps you running, chasing something that you'll probably ultimately never have, which is true freedom. So the ramble is crazy. Wow, I'm so sorry I got off track so bad. But I'm real sensitive about this particular issue, because as long as you're asking somebody else for a job, don't confuse that with asking someone to, or offering your services to someone. That's different. That is totally different than asking someone for a job. You understand? I have personal spiritual beliefs that I need to take a little time off during the day to go try to check in with a higher power. You understand? I have to take time out of my day to show appreciation for my day, right? Bad day, good day. I can't do that if my boss tells me no, right? So my higher power comes second to my boss. If I had a boss, this is ridiculous. Now, if you provide your own services, you provide your own services on your own terms. No one can tell me that this doesn't make sense. This makes so much sense, so much sense. Oh my God. Look, right, y'all, if you ever watched any of my videos, you know I'm pretty, I don't know what to call it. I don't write nothing down, so I kind of speak from the heart. But what has happened as I'm talking, I'm really straying away from the whole point. In Dame's defense, in a real nutshell, to clean that up, he was talking to a man, a group of people that had given their life, right? 15, 20 years to one situation, and they don't have their own yet. This is ridiculous. This is what I'm saying about the military. A lot of people that I went in with, they're still in. They're gonna do 20 years. At 20 years, assuming they went in at 18, they're gonna come out 40 years old, right? At 40, now they're hoping that they can go get a job with that same government that they've been working for. They're hoping that they made enough friends that they can just slide over and keep doing the same job. That's what they're hoping. At that point, at 40 years old, they're probably gonna do another 20 years to graduate, not graduate, I'm sorry, to retire at 60 or 60 plus years old. This is their life. This is slavery from your baby adult mind under programming all the way until you finally retire. Now, when we were in the military, one thing that they always said, like you talk about not being in the military, the first thing they say, hey, learn how to say, do you want fries with that? That's the only option. That's your only option. It's either military or McDonald's. This is what they brainwashed us to believe, right? This is nonsense, but the people really believe that. They don't believe that they can make it. This is why they stay. You cannot do 20 years and have a passion about you. You cannot do 20 years and have a, oh man. And listen, do not listen with your emotional ears. Listen with your logical ears, right? I'm not condemning them, I'm not bashing them, but I am saying that these people that can do this, they don't have the will to gain. They don't want true freedom. You can't tell me you do, because you're in a job that you can't even speak your mind. You can't even speak your mind. Never mind you're fighting for your country. Never mind that. That's a whole nother topic. We can't do this, folks. We cannot continue to raise our kids or even to confuse ourselves into thinking that a job is the answer. If you have to take a job, by all means, take a job. That should be your short-term plan, right? Your long-term plan should be freedom. And understand this, financial responsibility comes with this freedom. You cannot go keep up with the Joneses. You cannot go drive this and wear that and all of that and be free. You can't. It just don't happen for that many people. You don't have that much residual income to do that. So we gotta prioritize and really work to get free, not to get fly or fresh. You understand? This is not it, this is not it. People that look like me need this message so bad, right? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pause this because my tape about to run out. So I'm gonna have to put a cut here and hopefully I can come back and wrap this up a little better for you. All right. So I'm apologizing again because I know it's off track. I know it's off track, and I know that, well, I'm hoping that it'll actually create a conversation and not even just, look, man, the people that actually have access to me for real, like, please, if you have a gripe, Even if you agree with this, reach out to me for real, because I actually want to talk about this thing. Because like, perspective is everything. Perspective is everything. Man, Dame was called all kind of crazy words. They talking all reckless about him as if they know him. They got real chatty patty. You know, that's a phrase that he coined on the interview. They got real chatty patty. Start talking about Dame's personal life as if they know it. And all of this is ridiculous. All of this is to take the responsibility of self to actually take this knowledge and apply it. He gave you, everybody's like, never mind what they said. Dame gave you the answer. To all the people that claim you have to have $1 million to be free or to start your own business, that's not true. He told you, take $20, grab you a pack of t-shirts. You flip those t-shirts into $40. This is what he told you. This is simple. Now, it don't gotta be t-shirts, it could be slippers, it could be hair weave, it could be body wraps and all the other hustles that everybody's out there doing. Like, but you can't, the problem with us, and I'm talking about the people that look like me, we hustle and we don't flip. You don't invest in self. What you do is invest in fresh. Like, oh man, guns and butter. You know, you ever seen the movie Baby Boy? The Step Pops, Ving Rhames, gave a great speech about guns and butter. We don't know what has true value. That's our problem. We invest in the most ridiculous things that don't have value, and we won't invest in things that can actually, continually, return our money. And that's what we gotta do, man. You throwing money away on European fashion, this is ridiculous. You can't even shop at those stores without feeling uncomfortable. You can't even, oh my God, you can't even get a job at those stores. This is the truth. But this is where you spend all your money at. Slavery. The slavery is just, oh my God, it just keeps going, it keeps going. And ain't nobody trying to listen because everybody's so smart. Everybody's so smart that you're a slave. If you're punching a clock, and you have no, oh my God, if you don't have a short-term plan to stop punching that clock, I think you need to reevaluate your situation. This is all I'm saying. Now, if that makes me a bad guy and you're gonna talk about me like you talked about Dame, so be it. The truth is the truth, people. You have to want more. We have to teach our kids more. Going to school learning that Christopher Columbus somehow discovered a country that people already lived at, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, and this is what we do. We send our kids to go learn this nonsense, then we have to relearn it and rethink it and try to reprogram the programming that they have already put in us since we were like 6 years old. Not to mention, all the TV, all the ads, everything else, the media influence that's training us to continually be slaves. Slaves ain't just about getting whipped on your back, man. As long as you are continually working for these people and creating a debt where the need for you to continue to work, you're a slave. I don't care how much money you got. If you're living check to check, if you're like, listen, most people are living check to check, regardless of their, where they are on the ladder. The people at the top, they're spending all their hundreds of thousands, just like the fool on the bottom who's spending all his hundreds. This is what they're doing. We can't keep doing this. I just saw a little short ad about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar bought a reasonable house. And this is news for some reason. People are like, oh my God, he bought a regular house. What is he doing? He's doing something sensible. He is not a slave. Kendrick said he's gonna wear his Nike Cortez and I believe sweatshirts or hoodies. He's keeping it simple. He's keeping it simple. He appears to understand. So people really need to find the correct things to draw from these role models or these rappers or these entertainers. You can't keep watching these nonsense shows and desiring to be cookie. Like, a hood. Whoa, it's a whole nother conversation. Let me stay here. Let me say it in closing because I know this video is way longer than it should have been. Man, you should all try your best to get freedom. And if you cannot get free, if you're in a situation where you cannot get your own freedom, set up a way, so your kid has access to that freedom. Create a mind state in your household that will promote healthy thinking for your child to be free. You understand what I'm saying? Be free. Learn a trade. Don't just go to school for general studies or political science or even a lot of these stupid things that ain't gonna do nothing. You going to college just to say you went to college, only so you can go stand in a line and ask for a job that a man can take from you whenever he wants to. This is not what's up, man. This is not what's up. And this applies to everybody. The problem is the people that look like me, we somehow haven't caught on like the other people. The Italians, they figured it out. The Vietnamese, the Philippines, the Cambodians, you pick the group People got it. We ain't figured it out yet. We need to figure it out. So stop condemning the people that are teaching you to figure it out and showing you how to figure it out, and just shut up and listen for once, man. Listen and follow this man. This man that paved the way for you. He made it clear, right? You don't gotta listen to me, because who am I, right? You say, hey, this guy's nobody. Dame's a millionaire. This man has employed many people. He's created a lot of situations where he let our people eat. He gave our people a freedom of mind. Even if the money ain't there yet, he's unlocking the minds, man. I'm done with this ramble. I'm sorry if I offended you. Please listen back with the emotional ears away. Put your emotional ears away, you understand? Listen with your logic. And you don't gotta listen to my video again, but go listen to Dame's, because he's, listen to him. I don't care who you listen to. Get free, folks. Get free.